Hey everyone, I apologize for the lighting going on. I feel like there's like a just fog of light because of how my blinds are working. There's also a glare on my screen, so I can't tell exactly. But that's all. Uh, Not the important part of it. Welcome to another verse of the day devotional. I don't think I've actually ever said that, but we've all just known that's what this is. I always watch Ben's, and he's always like very over the top of verse of the day devotional. So shout out to Ben. Uh, So we're continuing through Ezra. Uh, some of you people paying attention may realize we have not actually met this Ezra character. We're not going to meet him today, but we're kind of coming to the end of this first half of the book. Is really like just a lot of setup of the situation that Ezra finds himself in. Uh, so let's hop in. So we read the first half of the king's kind of response back last week. Basically saying like, hey, like I looked up. Yep, the last king did say they can rebuild this, so stop bothering them and let them rebuild it. Uh, the second half gets much more to the point of that statement, and it's pretty great. So it's Ezra chapter 6, verse 7 through 12. So this is still the king's letter talking to basically the people around Israel that have been like very disruptive to the Israelites. Let the work on this house of God alone. So leave it alone, basically. Let the governor of the Jews and the elders of the Jews rebuild this house of God on its site. Moreover, I make a decree regarding what you shall do for these elders of the Jews for the rebuilding of this house of God. The cost is to be paid to these men in full and without delay from the royal revenue. The tribute of this province from beyond the river, so it's the royal revenue of the province from beyond. So basically, the people around them, like these people that have been causing trouble, are now the ones that will be paying. Instead of paying taxes directly to the king in his area, that tax is going to go just directly to the Jews. And whatever is needed, bulls, rams, or sheep for burnt offerings to the God of heaven, wheat, salt, wine, or oil, as the priests of Jerusalem require, let that be given to them day by day without fail, that they may offer pleasing sacrifices to the God of heaven and pray for the life of the king and his sons. Fair. Yeah, I mean, if you're someone who's not really worshiping that specific god, you want to probably still get as much favor as you can. That was kind of the previous king. That was his kind of point of sending the Jews back to Jerusalem, or back to the land of Israel. And he did that with a lot of other religious people groups, sent them to kind of go back to their lands that had been imprisoned, so that they can go back, rebuild their stuff, and pray blessings on the king, which, yeah, works out. God has a plan. Continuing, I'm going to stop tangenting so much on this. Also, I make a decree that if anyone alters this edict, a beam shall be pulled out of his house, and he shall be impaled on it, and his house shall be made a dunghill. May the God who has caused his name to dwell there overthrow any king or people who shall put out a hand to alter this, or to destroy this house of God that is in Jerusalem. I, Darius, make a decree. Let it be done with diligence. So, yeah, verse 11 is a very fun one, in my opinion. So, like, this all started with the people around Israel not wanting the Israelites coming back and taking over, getting their power back. Caused some trouble. I mean, like, time-wise, there was probably like maybe a single generation between when they got back, started building, and then were told to stop till when they started building again. So, I mean, that's like some people's lives, and it's like a pretty good chunk of time. But so, after all of that, the king is now saying, for one, stop bothering them. Yes, the last king did say to do this, therefore they can do it. But now he's kind of like, because these people are the ones that had originally sent the letter to King Darius, which then made King Darius, was it? I have to double check, but basically they're the ones that started this and said, I think this is all still in King Darius's reign, sent the king a letter saying, "Hey, look, these people are they did a thing, or they used to do a thing." So the king sent a letter saying to stop, and the Jews were like, "Oh, whoa, 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 check again and see that we were supposed to do this." So the king, for one, feels like his time has been wasted. These people that have been trying to act against God and his people, uh, he now sees that they basically tried to manipulate him into doing what they wanted. And historically, kings don't like that. Uh, so now he's just kind of like, he could certainly just have like come in and kind of killed those people now, but he didn't. But basically says that, hey, you started this. Let them finish. If you don't let them finish, I'm going to kill you with your own house, which I think is just kind of funny. And also, you're going to be personally paying for all of this. So a lot of comeuppance in this section. And this just kind of finishes the first arc of the book of them coming back before Ezra's introduced. Of kind of God keeping his promise. Like, he kept his promise that the Israelites would be freed from captivity and return to their own land. And they were. That they could rebuild. And there were some hiccups that came in there. But that happened. And it's not... This part really hits home that it's not just God keeps his promises to us when we're patient, but God does kind of enact justice on the people that wrong us when we're trying to do things in his name. Like my camera keeps trying to like focus and show going in and out. I don't know. That's just my peripheral vision of that. I digress. But yeah, so it's not just God keeping his promise, but God is going to basically come to our side and fight and very much have justice against people that wrong us when we're doing things for God. I think that's an important point. But God's still with us anyways. Yeah, just kind of a fun little bit of you guys started this rabbit hole, and now you're going to have to pay for it. Instead of it being paid for with the money that they gathered in the kind of capital when they all left, instead of just paying with that, now you're going to pay for it. And if you do anything to change that or stop it, I'm going to literally kill you. So, yeah. Very fun section of the Bible. So God keeps his promises, and God will fight for us, fight on our side. I don't think it was a song that Daniel sang at church, but there's he's a mighty warrior, not afraid to lose. Those are different words. But yeah, God's a mighty warrior. He's going to be on our side, enact justice. Because people can't come against God. They can try, but it hasn't worked yet. So hopefully that either gives you a chuckle or encouragement or something, lightens your day. Maybe you like my random tangents. Who's to say? But yeah, hope you guys have a great week. And February is already over, which is pretty weird because I feel like it was just Christmas. I digress.